You need to be more like a dog. We don't need a bunch of cats in here looking in the mirror. Do I look good? I got my extra bands on. I got my other shoes on. We need more dogs.
Let's close this thing out with the New York Football Jets.
It seems like we get one of these every week. Okay, Jets. I mean, you had back-to-back Rookie of the Years a couple years ago with Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson. Sauce, I mean, it's hard to live up to the hype and talent and productivity and everything he had coming straight into the league. You're going to see a little bit of regression there more times than not. So I don't think he fell off horribly last year, but I mean, he's a guy that you really want to see probably play a little bit more consistently. You know what I'm trying to say. But then Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, his rookie year, he got away with a lot of grabbing. The officials kind of cracked down on him, and there was a bit of a learning curve there. But like, I think he's still a stud. Like,
yeah, and I mean, I think you get two studs on this team. You have Sauce Gardner and you have Garrett Wilson, and
Quinnen Williams.
Quinnen Williams is still a stud. Yeah, we'll get to D-line here in a minute. But so looking at the overall just structure of this team, I guess Justin Fields is going to be your quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, it's Justin Fields or Tyrod Taylor.
Tyrod Taylor. Punctured lung, Tyrod Taylor. So it's going to be fun, okay? I mean, you have Justin Fields, you have Breece Hall, Braylon Allen, Garrett Wilson. You have Lazard at the slot. I mean, I think it's going to be fun. You have a first-year head coach. I think you have a good defensive coordinator in Steve Wilkes. If you're a Jets fan, I think you just want to see some competency. You want to see some structure. It's hard playing in New York.
So here is my big question with Justin Fields. He is something just like atrocious when he's starting and his team gives up more than 21 points. Like, I want to say it was like 0-20 something.
Yeah.
When his team gives up more than 21 or more points. Their OC Paperwaves is Tanner Engstrand. He was the pass game coordinator, I believe, for the Lions last year. Yeah, he was speculated to be Ben Johnson's replacement, but then he wasn't. So, like, that is a good hire for them. But, like, Justin Fields has shown you he does not win games when the defense gives up 21 plus points over how many games has he started? Like, let's see.
Shit. Quite a bit now at this point.
Yeah, he's 44 starts. Like, and Fields is a lot of fun. Like, as a Bears fan, I had more fun watching a 3-14 Justin Fields led team than anyone has any business having. Because, like, it was like the explosive plays were constantly right around the corner. But
yeah,
it never resulted in wins. Now, that team was awful that went 3-14. Like, that, there was no help. There was no Garrett Wilson. There was like Olu Fashanu and Armand Memba would have been dreams to have. Same with Tippmann and like, you know,
Elijah Vera Tucker.
Yeah. But at the same time, like last year with the Steelers, even you saw a lot of the same limitations for Justin Fields. So my question is, how much are they going to get him into positions as a runner? And how much will that wear him down over the course of the year? Because when watching Justin Fields, there's always this cycle, right? The start of the year, he's fast as all get out. He's impossible to stop running the football. And as a thrower, like he can hit deep balls like nobody's business. It's the quick game that is more his issue. The short game, the quick game, which is what you need to live on in the NFL. Like you need to be able to hit that stuff, and he struggled with it. But by like the fifth or sixth game, you could see Justin Fields wasn't as fast anymore. His speed was deteriorating. And then he'd get hurt, be out for three games, comes back, and he's back to full speed. He's back fast as ever. And it's this cycle of like every 5 games, it's like he's just starting to lose that speed. And then he becomes less and less of a threat with the legs, and that takes away stuff from the offense. So how they're able to manage that as an offense is going to matter a lot for their success, in my opinion.
Yeah, so we can go ahead and start breaking down this offense, starting at the offensive line. I think they're pretty good on the inside, and if they can get good, solid play from Fashanu and Mimbo on the bookends there, I think they could have something to build on here.
On the inside, Vera Tucker staying healthy is going to be huge. He stayed healthy most of last year for the first time in 3 years. But so need to see him do that again. I think Joe Tippmann is on his way to becoming one of the 5 good centers in the NFL. Right now, there's only 4. Tippmann is on his way to becoming the 5th. He's very close to me to being that guy. And Simpson, to me, he's fine. He's a fine left guard. Like I'm not excited about John Simpson. I'm not upset about him. He's okay. Fashanu, I need to see him take a step specifically as a run blocker. Out of Penn State, his pass blocking was beautiful. His run blocking was embarrassing, in my opinion. Or not embarrassing is too far, but like it had a long way to go. And and last year, I did think as a rookie, he showed more want to and more physicality as a run blocker. I need to see that continue for him because he has the physical tools. And Armand Membo, frankly, I was a hater on him in the draft this year. The physical tools are awesome. They're fun. They're great. There were too many moments where I was sitting there scratching my head going, what the hell was he doing on this play? With both these tackles, I just had a lot of those questions in the run game of like, why did you do it? Like why are you pausing? Why are you waiting for something? And that makes me hesitate with both of them. They're both physically about as good as you find. So this O-line is so physically talented. It's just a question of how the coaching and the players come together to create a good product.
Yeah, and Paper Waves just said something that I was about to bring up. I think they have a good base here, something to build on. We'll see with Justin Fields. I mean, I don't think anybody in New York is thinking about Justin Fields in a long-term agreement with the team. So what is really important is keeping Garrett Wilson healthy and happy, keeping him around, seeing what you got in this offensive line. I mean, we know Breece Hall's a stud, but I mean, if you were going to trade somebody, I think you'd trade Breece Hall.
Dude, if Breece Hall's on this roster and you play fantasy, buy that stock. Justin Fields is going to up his yards per carry by a full yard.
Yeah,
I playing 10 on 11. Like Breece Hall's going to get yards.
Yeah, I like the skill position room. I mean, Josh Reynolds, Allen Lazard, Garrett Wilson. So I definitely think they're going to have some opportunities here. But I mean, it's just been so dysfunctional. I mean, it's hard to have a whole lot of faith moving forward. But I mean, if you're a Jets fan, it seems like they're, especially after the Aaron Rodgers era, it felt like he kind of burned everything to the ground from the outside looking in. But then you kind of look deeper into this roster, and it's like, well, they are kind of set up pretty well for the future.
I think the offense has a lot of potential going forward. I don't really love their pass catchers. Garrett Wilson's awesome. Outside of that, they have two designated blockers essentially, and Josh Reynolds and Allen Lazard, who can be sacrificial X's or like big slots for you, but like I don't think they're actually winning a whole lot on the outside for you. And then like Mason Taylor gives me a little pause too, because I'm not sure what he's really giving you as a blocker. And I think that he's going to take a year or two to get where he needs to as a pass catcher. Again, physical talent's incredible, but like I don't think that on tape he's where he needs to be. So I do think this offense is a year away from really clicking in my mind, at least.
Yeah, and we might see another rookie quarterback coming in here for probably going to be another top 5 rookie quarterback coming in for the 3rd time in the last 10 years. So,
yeah. And then defensively, this thing kind of got gutted.
Yeah.
Like they still have some good players, but like a year ago, they looked like they had one of the deepest D lines in the NFL, and now it's like
Quinnen Williams and Will McDonald showed some flashes. I mean,
love him. I love
him. Loved him coming out of college. He's definitely. I feel like his best games are really, really good. I feel like he kind of disappears a little bit sometimes, but he's still young and he can definitely get better.
I mean, he did come in the league a little older. I think it was a 24-year-old rookie, so that made the whole his trajectory tough because he sat for like 2 years behind guys who it's like, why did the Jets draft him? It was a weird, like, why draft a 24-year-old rookie for him to be your second string? Like, that doesn't really track. But like, I've always felt like Will McDonald can be a bucket getter for you as a sack man. Like, he has the moves, he has the physical tools to, when you need a sack, to go get a sack. I don't think he's shown it a ton. I do think he put up a good amount of sacks last year. His PFF grade didn't really track with it, as did like his pass rush win rates and stuff like that. But I still believe in Will McDonald a lot purely as a pass rusher. I think he struggles to hold up against the run because of his size. But outside of that, like, Quinnen Williams he's still a monster. He's still awesome. He needs to be the anchor of this D line. But beyond that, Jermaine Johnson hasn't been the guy you needed him to be as a first round pick. And then your depth at D tackle and at edge is just, it's tough. We're looking at Byron Cowart and Fidarian Mathis being guys who are going to get serious snaps. You need to consider whether you need more help at defensive tackle, in my opinion. Leonard Taylor, I think, has a very bright future as long as he can keep his nose clean and keep putting in the work. I still can't believe Leonard Taylor III went undrafted 2 years ago. His physical talent is outrageous, but at the same time, like, he's listed as third on their depth chart right now. Maybe that's incorrect from ESPN or our lads, but like, I think there's a reason this coaching staff's going to put his feet to the fire, and we'll see how he responds.
Yeah, and we're going to have to see some good rotation here out of this D line to be successful.
And then, from who though? Like,
yeah, exactly.
It's the Quinnen Williams show. Like Will McDonald, I still like, but outside of that, like, who's rotating? Like, what are we doing? They got gutted. Yeah.
And then looking at these linebackers, Quincy Williams, Sherwood, and Jamin Davis. I mean, I think it's a fine linebacking room. I mean, nothing really sticks out to me, but I don't think there's really liabilities out there anywhere either.
I think Quincy Williams is a good thumper. I think Jamie and Sherwood's fine. I don't have a whole lot to say beyond that. Like, they're linebackers, they're kind of disposable in the league right now, unless you're one of the top tier guys. And Quincy Williams, as good of a run stuffer as he is, I don't think he can do both moving forward and backwards very well. So like that makes him just a fine guy to me.
Yep. And then looking at the defensive back room, Sauce Gardner, blue chip corner in the league. I mean, top 5 corner for sure. And then Brandon Stevens, Michael Carter, Tony Adams, Andrew Sisko. They bring in Malachi Moore, Isaiah Thomas as well. So, I mean, I kind of talked about it already. I mean, I like this core group of guys they have. I think they have some good young talent here. So, I mean, I think they're in a decent spot moving forward. Worst case scenario, if you're a Jets fan, is you go out there and win 7 games next year.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to be the team that's going out and winning a bunch of games next year if you're them. And like,
if Justin Fields goes absolutely fucking bananas, and you're a 10-win team, maybe you can make a magical run in the playoffs. But I think they might be just good enough to where they're going to have to give up assets to go find a quarterback, or kind of just be stuck in mediocrity.
Yeah, I do think Malachi Moore is going to be starting for this team by the end of the year. I think so highly of that dude's Alabama tape. I think he's a hell of a football player who can really be moved all around or play single high. Like, he's a very instinctive football player who really feels the game well and plays with a lot of emotion, which is kind of a flag on him in the draft, but something I love to see. Like, I think he fell because of the Alabama Vanderbilt game last year when he got very upset at his teammates over something. But I adored the guy's tape.
Yeah, some dogs. Quinnen Williams, dog. All right, so look at this team going forward. We're at a 5.5 win total, over -150, under +125, playoffs +440, division at 16-1, Super Bowl 20-1, 200-1.
Man, I want to believe in Aaron Glenn that he's gonna elevate this with culture shift and like being a former Jet himself, kind of knowing what needs to change in that building. But honestly, I'm taking the under just because I do not believe in Justin Fields' ability to win football games with this roster.
Yeah, I'm taking the under as well. I mean, I think if you're a Jets fan, hopefully you have some fun. Hopefully Justin Fields brings you a lot of joy and excitement, and then you have a top 5 pick in what is shaping up to be a pretty good quarterback class.
Yeah, I mean, I think that should be their goal. Like we need to make sure we get a quarterback and like get some development out of Fashanu and Membu and like some of these young players. But like ultimately, this year is not about winning games for them to me.
I agree 100%. And retaining star talent that you have, keeping your star talent happy, and finding a quarterback of the future and moving forward, I think is the best trajectory for this team. But I mean, players don't like to lose, coaches don't like to lose, so it's not like they're just going to go out there and lay down. So
they're doing a job. They're paid to do a job, and that job comes down to wins and losses, you know.
But yeah, I would take that under at plus 125 as well, because I mean, I don't trust Justin Fields to go out there and win 6 games. I think they have a pretty tough division. Miami's solid. Buffalo's top 3 team in the AFC, and we just talked about the Patriots. I think they're going to be pretty good. So
I do think this coaching staff is going to have the defense roar in a few games, though. Like Steve Wilkes and Aaron Glenn is a nice combo defensively.
Yeah, I love the Steve Wilkes addition. So yeah, hopefully if you're a Jets fan, you don't. Worst case scenario, I think, is 7-10.
Yeah. Best case scenario is like 3 wins.
Yeah, and then slightly better is if Justin Fields just balls out and you maybe run it back with him. But I wouldn't feel too confident as a Jets fan if you decide to keep Justin Fields long term.
Man, he's 26. He's got to start slowing down the next year or two, right? Like, once he loses his wheels, it's done for him, I think. Like, unless he pulls a Geno, where it's just like he sits for a few years and really starts to see the game. There's too many trigger issues with him as far as like not pulling the trigger when he sees it.
Speaking of Geno, if he was on this team, how would you feel about it? Pretty good.
Geno finds a way, man. Geno's going to find a way. I'd feel pretty good. With Geno.
Yeah.
I'd still have the defensive questions, but I don't know if Geno needs a defense to go win 8 games.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, we don't condone switching of teams on this podcast.
Never.
Both lifelong fans. So. All right. Well, I think that'll about do it for us this week, unless you have anything else. Talk about this division. We have a Super Bowl contender in this division. We have a couple of young teams, hopefully making some jumps and confidence moving forward, and then we have the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah. I thought Miami was one of the young teams. You got me. This is an interesting division. It's not. I don't think it's gonna be one of the most competitive divisions in the NFL, but it's definitely an interesting one. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I think we get a wild card team out of this division, so I think should be pretty fun.
And shout out to Paper Waves. We enjoyed having you in the comments, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely. Next week, NFC East, or 4 weeks NFC East.
We will do NFC East the week of the 21st, so 2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks, yeah. Going off to the Great White North.
Yep, I'll be in Scotland the next few weeks. So, but make sure to keep checking out our channel because I have 4 videos scheduled to go out over the next 2 weeks of these breakdowns cut up with all 22 film input into them, and typically Paper Waves during the season, every single week we do 2 shows. One is a hour long. We go through every game, every spread, and talk our feelings about it. And then we do like a 10 to 15 minute quick breakdown of just our picks for the week. And After I get back from Scotland in late July, we'll be weekly till week 1.
Yeah, we'll be weekly. We'll be doing some fantasy talk before the season starts. We'll be doing probably episode on just futures, and then squeeze something else in there. But we're 9 weeks away from week 1, so it's right around the corner.
Yeah, yes, sir. And again, make sure to go check out our videos on our channel because we have each of these team breakdowns broken down into each team video.
Yep. All right. Thank y'all. Thank you, Paperwaves, for joining. Had fun with you. So hopefully we'll see you again in the future. But that'll be it for this week. And have we found a team we're not sleeping on?
I like the Raiders.
Raiders. I like Raiders. I like Titans. But like I said,
I like Titans too. What's the Raiders win total?
I think
it's too high.
Yeah, I think it's too high. But we'll go through all of them again, and we'll choose one before week 1. Historically, we're really good at finding a team that is severely undervalued. So
yeah, Raiders win total 7.5. That's too high.
All right, he says Jags.
I think their win total is like 7.5 too.
Yeah, a lot of 7.5s this year. So all right, well that'll do it. We'll see y'all a couple of weeks, and then season's right around the corner.
Adios.
And when you knock us down, on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off. And then it's going to take 2 more shots to knock us down. And on the way up, we're going to take your other kneecap. Before long, we're going to be the last one standing.